Coming up on episode 604 of the TerryWilson3.com podcast.
I truly believe this in my heart of hearts that we were all created by greatness for greatness. And the only way you will maximize and meet the full potential of who you are and why you are is to be able to grab a hold of that thing to which you're passionate about and you have high proficiencies in.
Unlock the power within you. Discover the untapped potential waiting to be unleashed. You Are Worth More isn't just a book. It's a transformative guide to understanding your unique value in today's ever-evolving marketplace. Visit youareworthmorebook.com and claim your free copy. Within these pages, you'll unravel the secrets to identify your distinct strengths, refine your skills, and ignite the passion to pursue your true worth. Life isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. This book is your roadmap to not only surviving, but excelling in a world that demands your best, about recognizing your potential, developing your talents, and finding the inspiration to chase after what truly matters to you. Let You Are Worth More be your companion on this journey. It's not just a book. It's a catalyst for change. Empower yourself, elevate your skills, and embrace the opportunities that await. Visit youareworthmorebook.com today and embark on the path to realizing your full potential. Your worth is far more than you might imagine. Claim your free copy now and begin your transformation.
Welcome to episode 604 of the TerryWilson3.com podcast. Today, we have a truly insightful and practical training session lined up for all of you aspiring entrepreneurs out there. We're diving into a topic that touches the heart of anyone looking to make the leap into entrepreneurship while managing the financial realities of everyday life. In this episode, titled Balancing Act, Mitigating Risks in Entrepreneurship. While maximizing earnings, we will be sharing strategies on how to effectively balance low-risk opportunities that guarantee a stable income while also tapping into higher earning potential through entrepreneurial ventures. With a deep understanding of the challenges and opportunities that come with starting and growing a business, this episode will equip you with the tools and mindset needed to embark on your entrepreneurial journey with confidence and resilience. So get ready to take notes and be inspired. Without further ado, let's dive into this invaluable episode.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com, home of TW3. Are you ready to take your money, business, and life to the next level? You are worth more, and you're about to hear how and why. So buckle up and listen up as we journey to the next level. Please welcome your guys to reach your goals, the TW3 family.
What is happening, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a great week. Boy, I tell you what an exciting time to be in business. It's challenging, of course. I mean, my word, but I tell you what, if you look at business as a sport, it's competitive right now. I mean, you got some things that you're constantly having to maneuver and how am I going to face this new challenge? I mean, there's never a dull moment, I'll tell you that, in being a self-employed small business owner out there for sure. Today, in episode 604, I want to talk to you about this balancing act. Because we get a lot of, and I guess it's the state of the economy, our society, I don't know, but we've had this huge influx in the last, several months now of new people that have dabbled in, doing their own thing, trying a home business, trying a side hustle, trying to get involved in the gig economy. But more and more people are like full force, hey, there's this cap here, what I can make in corporate America. There's this cap of what I can actually do. The cost of living is going up exponentially, and the rate of my salary and what I can earn in my traditional career path is it's limited. And so there's this race to, can I outpace inflation with my income? And in traditional, and I think that's one of the reasons why there's this huge negativity toward the economy right now. I mean, in all transparency and all honesty, trying my best to strip out, because I have political attitudes just like everyone else, okay? But trying to strip all that out, there's some numbers you can look at and say, hey, man, it's going great. And then there's a reality on the ground of it costs so much to eat now. It costs so much to borrow money to buy a home. So there's two things can be true at the same time. Parts of the economy and parts of the people in that economy may be doing well, but for a lot of people, they don't feel that, okay? And I empathize and sympathize with those who don't feel that, because I'm like you. I have a family, I have bills, and the cost of doing business, the cost of living, the cost of eating, the cost of everything is just through the roof. Now, it's the art of politics to who to blame that on and how to fix it. I'm not getting in that. That's not what this show is about. But what keeps a lot of people there's two things that keep a lot of people from getting involved with a side hustle, a gig, or just going full board. Hey, I can't make but so much sitting in this cubicle. I've got to do something better. There's two things. There's the risk, okay? Because let's face it, you're not being honest with yourself, and if someone ever presents to you that to make good money as an entrepreneur, there's no risk involved, they're just lying, of course, and that's common sense, you know that. But number two is the earning factor. There are ways, there's gigs out there. I've been dabbling with these, freelance type opportunities and gig with my kids and stuff, just to develop new products. But the problem I've seen with all of these, like rideshare and delivery services and all of this freelance stuff that you can do, it doesn't pay anything. I mean, it's just, if you're a teenager, or college kid, someone is just supplementing a thing, an extra $50-$100 is great. But boy, you can't support a family off that for sure. Okay. So how can you balance and mitigate the risk of entrepreneurialism while actually making some money that potentially could turn into something and replace a full-time gig? Because let's face it, I honestly believe, I don't care what your temperament is, I don't care what your personality is, I don't care what your risk adversement is, I truly believe this in my heart of hearts, that we were all created by greatness for greatness. And the only way you will maximize and meet the full potential of who you are and why you are is to be able to grab a hold of that thing to which you're passionate about and you have high proficiencies in, and have your own thing. I say it my old Southern way. I want to be the man. I don't want to work for the man. And there's just something about, I think it's in all of us. Now, I know we're all different. We are all different. We're all motivated different. We respond different. We see the world different. But I truly believe this, that you could be the most introverted, risk-averse person in the world that really just leave me alone, give me these few little things to do and pay me enough to just live off of, and I'll be happy. Even that person needs to feel like they've got their hands on something that's theirs. It's just part of human nature. He says, let us make man in our image. Now, what does that mean? Well, I've got my own theological persuasions on that, but for business purposes, that means to be the king of your castle. To have something that's yours, to have dominion over something. And so how do you mitigate the risk of this thing called entrepreneurialism, but then at the same time get involved with something that is just not paying you nickels and dimes, that you can actually make some money off of? Because let's face it, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Okay? You get involved in sales. You sell high-ticket items, high-ticket real estate, high-ticket financial products, high-ticket things that pay high commissions. You know, realtors, you talk to realtors, they can make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 off of one sale. High-ticket properties. You can talk to insurance agents and people in the financial world. They can make, I personally have seen myself make, you know, several thousands of dollars off of one client, one sale. One transfer of this retirement plan and porting it over to another retirement plan and just getting a commission. High reward. But you know what the risk is? That's not guaranteed, and it's hard to come by, and it takes a while to get, and you have to invest time, money, and energy to acquire that customer. So in the meantime, while I'm paying out advertising and I'm paying out gas on the road to go meet and greet and talk, and I'm spending all of this time, money and energy, and sometimes it takes weeks, maybe even a month before I close that high ticket deal. Well, I'm human. I'm just like you are, human nature. Hey, I got kids. I got a mortgage. I got car payments, insurance payments. Got to eat. Oh my God. Are they going to close? That is a real thing. If we don't admit that, then we can't have a conversation because we're not dealing with reality. So for you out there that's just getting involved or dabbling your toes because you're up against this thing that, hey, I've got to make some real money here. You know, I just can't quit my 9 to 5 and just go whole hog into something crazy. But at the same time, my 9 to 5 is just not paying the bills because the bills keep going up and up and up and up each month. And I can't seem to catch it. So today, let's talk about that. So there's challenges to being an entrepreneur, and there's a conflict here between needing that financial stability, but at the same time having something that will pay you. So what constitutes high risk? What constitutes a high risk opportunity? Let's get into that. Well, number one, there's no guarantee of pay. And number two, there's no guarantee of when you're paid. And number three, there's no guarantee if you'll ever get paid. That's high risk. And that is a huge obstacle to overcome by most logical people. Now, if you've got a gambling personality and your frontal cortex isn't fully developed as it should be, you know, there are some people that are just high risk takers, man. And, you know, jump out of the plane, I'll build this parachute on the way down. I have been accused of that from time to time, but I think after 48 years of living and 5 children and a grandbaby on the way and launches and crashes of business, I would like to think I'm a little more mature now. And yes, I'm still a risk taker, but boy, I count the cost before I build the house. So when we're talking about that, how can I put in some safety nets? Well, one of the things, have you ever considered this, that number one, your career, no matter what you're doing, is an investment. It's an investment in your time, your money, your energy, who you are, your identity. It's an investment. And let's think about this. If your career is an investment, and I was sitting down with you as a financial advisor and saying you need to save for the future, what advice would I give you, or what advice would you want to have? I want to have this high interest. I want to make as much interest as I can off my money, off what I'm putting into this thing. But at the same time, I don't want to lose what I'm putting in. Okay. Well, there's financial tools out there that are designed, and this is not a show to sell you financial products, by the way, but there are, indexed products that are indexed to the market, but have a guaranteed floor on them. So let's say, for instance, the floor on this particular product might be 3.5. You're going to get a minimum of 3.5%, but you could get up to 10%. But see, they cap it off. They don't let you go above, or maybe you're going to get 9% or whatever. There's a cap as to but you're going to get inside this window. You can't lose, but you can make up to as much as, because it's indexed to market. Now, what they're betting on is they have the financial acumen and investment ability to take that money and more times than not score above the threshold of what they have to pay you so they can make their money. And they're going to mitigate that if their investments don't pull at least 3.5% to clear what they've got to cover for you, that there's going to be more times than not that they can get above 10% to offset the losses of those time periods. Because those products, they have a window of 3.5 to 10%, but they also tell you, you have to keep your money in this, and they give you this span of time. Maybe it's 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever. Okay, because you got to give us enough time to make our money back for losses and vice versa. So that's how financial products. Well, think about this. Your career is the same way. Your time is like your currency. Your energy is your currency. And so if I have a week's worth of work, and I say I have 40 hours I want to work this week, well, in that 40-hour window, that means I'm going to be investing time, energy, and money for 40 hours this week. Okay? Then what do I need to do? I need to diversify how I expend that time, money, and energy so that I know that I'm going to get a minimum of X amount, but I could get a maximum of X amount. So what does that look like? That looks like, for instance, you could get involved with something that is going to pay you, say, pay per talk time. I get paid X amount of dollars for every time I'm on the phone talking. So I'm guaranteed to make X amount. But maybe that platform only gives me 10 hours that week. They're not going to give me any more because I'm new. Okay. And maybe my pay per talk time is just a couple dollars a minute or 30 cents a minute or whatever it could be, which means the most I could make is say $10 an hour, $12 an hour, whatever. Okay. You're not going to get rich to make, let's say, $120 to work 10 hours one week. You're just not. But using that model, if I've got 10 hours into this, that means I've got a minimum of $120 I'm making. And I've got 30 hours to spend elsewhere, which means maybe if I'm already in this mode of working from home on a laptop with my phone, then maybe I could get involved with another opportunity where I don't get paid per talk time, but I get paid per clothes that maybe I'm selling, and I get paid anywhere from $750 to up to $18,000 per sale. Now, that don't happen, but maybe 1 out of 100 people I speak to, and maybe it takes me a week to week and a half to talk to that many people. But see, all of a sudden, I've got this opportunity to earn $750 to $18,000, but more than likely that's a whale, that $18,000 one. But it's more common than not to earn $1,500. That's the average, $1,500 to close. Well, if I'm closing one every week to week and a half, that means I'm adding, let's just do the numbers, say $1,000 extra a week plus that 140 guarantee. Okay, now some weeks I'm going to have a home run. Some weeks I'm not going to sell anything. But if I divide my time up and I look at it as this activity that I'm doing, this conversation that I'm having, this time, money, and energy that I'm expending, if I look at it as it's just a numbers game, I just got to go through the process. All I have to do is take this call, read the script, and I'm going to make money as I talk to enough people. Oh, and by the way, I can tell myself, some of these calls I'm getting paid per talk time. So even if I don't make a sale, I'm at least getting a sale. I don't have to. Now, 40 hours, that's a full-time job. I needed to really use an example of like 10 hours or 15 hours. So after work, after your regular job, you're getting home. And this is what I have helped several. I've got, probably about 12, 15 DoorDash, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, Spark drivers, Grubhub drivers, these folks that are already in the gig economy out there and saying, hey, look, You're burning gas, you're wearing your car out, you're burning tires, but you're making this $100 a day to work hard, $150 a day if you're really doing good in certain areas. Why not, in between going from A to B, you take these calls, read this script, and you'll have the script memorized in no time. And then all of a sudden, now, rather than just making $100 to $150 a day working as hard as I can, in between going from A to B, I'm also talking on the phone and have an opportunity to make $750 to $18,000 a day. And what's happening is eventually I'm taking enough calls that I'm making more and more and more money doing that. I can get off the road.
So don't go anywhere. Terry and his team are just getting warmed up. We need to take a brief break, but we'll be back to continue the conversation. Remember, if you have any questions, you can call or text us. Our number is 864-507-9696. Again, that is 864-507-9696. Be right back.
Welcome, fellow leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Today, I invite you to step into a world where greatness is not just a goal, but a collective reality. Introducing the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3, a sanctuary for those seeking not just success, but exponential growth. It's more than a group. It's a synergy of minds, a convergence of aspirations, and a breeding ground for extraordinary accomplishments. You'll learn not only from experts, but from the stories of those beside you, fellow trailblazers who weathered storms and conquered obstacles, enriching your own journey. Imagine being surrounded by a league of highly motivated business owners and entrepreneurs, each driven by the same passion for success, propelling each other towards greatness. Embrace the power of networking, the art of learning, and the joy of sharing your value. It's not just about what you gain, but what you contribute. Dare to be exceptional. Dare to be part of the elite. Don't just dream of success. Surround yourself with those who are already living it. Join the Elite Mastermind Group by TW3. Elevate your success. Elevate your life.
He's often imitated,
But never duplicated.
You are listening to the TerryWilson3.com podcast.
The home of TW3.
That's the way. Now, that's just an example, by the way. There's so many ways in so many different industries and so many different scenarios and ingredients that you can mix and match whatever your skill set is and whatever your abilities are and whatever your assets are to be able to work with. You can mix that together and you can have a tremendous, tremendous opportunity to start earning some side income, but not burning yourself. Because let's face it, if you're transitioning from full-time to entrepreneurialism, or you're just looking for a side gig right now, I know your mom and dad out there, especially if you don't even have to be a mom and dad, if you're just a regular person, the last thing you want to do after you get home from a long, hard day's work, dealing with people, dealing with whatever the stresses are of your particular job, you don't have a lot of bandwidth. You just don't. I mean, you could be the best shape of your life, eating right, exercising, but you need to have time for self. You want to enjoy life. You don't want to have to be working 80 hours a week for the rest of your life. Well, how do you keep up with the bills, but at the same time, afford? You have to be able to find something that you're not working for time, but time is working for you. You're not selling time, but you're leveraging time. And I'm telling you, there's opportunities out there right now. We just launched this mobile app that I talked about in episode. You need to go back and listen to it if you hadn't listened to episode 603. We have this mobile app that you can resell or you can use yourself, but it literally will drive calls into you. You take calls, and if you don't have a product, we can give you a product that as just as a raw affiliate. You could be selling those things. There's opportunities. And here's the beautiful thing about a lot of the products, goods, and services that we like to work with and we like to help people get involved with. They are what's called subscription-based products, which means they have a monthly subscription to use because they're hosted, there's software, there's licensing, there's all of that is involved, which means for you, the reseller, every time I sell that product or service. It's like selling a subscription to someone's phone, or which basically is one of the systems that we sell is a business phone number and phone system. But it's like selling direct TV to someone. You know, they're going to have it and they're going to want to watch their games. And so month after month after month, they're paying that monthly subscription. You're getting a percentage of it. And some of these percentages are huge. Some of them up to 50%. We've got one product that it's $150 a month, and you literally make $75 a month. I have 50% commission off of a business product that we have that people once, because the retention rate on that particular product is like 85%, 85%. Why? Because it replaces so many business solutions for small business owners that they literally are lowering their costs up to 80%. I mean, I've walked in and seen them paying $800, $900 a month. Now they're paying $150 a month. They're going to keep that for the rest of their business life. And you as the reseller have a product out there now that you're getting a residual income. You sell 10 of those a month. That's 2 a week. Think about that. Think about $750 week after week after week being added to your residual. I've got clients, I got reps out in Texas, out in California, I said California, out in Canada, I was meant to say, up in New York, Indiana, Ohio. I got clients all over. Some of them are making up to $30,000, $50,000 a month just in residual income. How did they build that wealth? They built it through residual income. But so many people, especially if you're thinking about entrepreneurialism and you're thinking about getting involved with what can I sell to make money, when they hear that term residual income, depending on your age, of course, your little radar, your spider senses go up and say, oh, this is some pill through a lotion or potion. It's one of that. No, it has nothing to do with that. You're not going out recruiting your friends, family, and foes. You're not getting people involved with some through a pill, lotion, or potion. You're selling various products, goods, and services that have a subscription model to it. Phones, email systems, services like phone answering services, marketing services, website services, all of these various business services that are out there, online reputation. I mean, there's just so many. I couldn't go over just some of the products I'm thinking of. But people, especially if they're businesses, I can tell you in this business, every product, good, and service I sell, I actually use because I will never stop using them because it is the lifeblood. It is what brings people to my front door. So I have to have it, and most businesses have them already. What a lot of our reps are doing is simply saying, hey, look at this product. It might save you time, money, and energy, and it typically does because we have one of the best products, goods, and services out there. So leveraging low risk opportunities is important. You know, get involved with something that pays per talk time or pays per delivery or something like that. But mix something in that has an upside to it, that has a higher payout. Because if that's all you're doing and you're just riding in the car or you're just talking on the phone and you're only making that $10 an hour, $12 an hour, whatever it is, you're not going to be able to quit your 9 to 5. You're not going to be able to earn the income that you need to outpace the cost of living that our economy is putting on the average Joe out there right now. So you want to do that. So this hybrid model that I'm telling you about, that's key. That's key to your success. You know, if you want to have the ability to be guaranteed, you know, something for my efforts, because you got to keep the lights on. And plus, let's face it, you're a human like I'm a human. No one likes to go out there, spend all the time, money, energy, and effort, and then come back blank day after day. That is so demoralizing. It is so frustrating. It's so irritating. And I don't care if you are a seasoned entrepreneur like yours truly. I've been working for myself since 1992. Since 1992, when I first bought my first car. I got my car to be able to go door to door to sell waterless stainless steel cookware. Okay, who you're listening to is someone that has been out hustling. I'm an OG when it comes to entrepreneurial, face-to-face, knee-to-knee, get it done. If you want to earn it, go out there and sell it. Okay, that's who you're listening to. But even I, after that kind of history, at some point, I'm going to get, I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired and not closing a deal. And you get frustrated and you get aggravated. And the more and more that happens, the worse and worse you become as a salesperson. So how do you mitigate that? You mitigate that by mixing in other offers, other opportunities, other models in this hybrid business model, so that you've got some income continually to feed you, so you don't feel like you're working for nothing, so that you can eventually, and then you hit that, that's what it's about. Yeah, just close that one. That's what it's about. And so now, because you've got this hybrid model, every day I go out, I never shoot a blank. Because now I've got things over here. I got pay per talk time. I've got opportunities here, gig opportunities that pay me a thing to do this. And then when I close something over here, I've got every type of opportunity. So if you're looking to launch a business, if you're looking to start a business, if you're looking to start a side hustle, I'm telling you, the way you mitigate risk is to use a hybrid mix, so that you've got, and here's the thing. Some of you might be saying, well, I just get this low pay, but that's not going to be sustainable. Because think about it, people in corporate America right now, people that got some high paying jobs are struggling. Why? Because cost of living. So the only way to escape the trappings of an economy that's closing in on you is to have this variable out here that says, I've got this upside that I can make this. Statistically speaking, it takes this amount of time, money, and energy and people to talk to get this. But I don't have the bandwidth, the time, money, and energy to wait on this. So I'm going to mix in some things that's keep some flow going. That is the way to do it. And it's going to help you build what I call a resilient mindset. Resiliency and the ability to persist beyond the pain is what is going to separate. And I'm not trying to insert gender, but it's going to separate the men from the boys. You got to make a decision. And even if you're a lady out there, do you want to be that whiny, sniveling, woe is me person sitting at home, complaining, crying about how life has been unfair and this has happened? And here's the thing. You might be 100% right. Everything could be someone else's fault but yours. You might, and I don't think that's true. I think everybody, even me, even people that's done me wrong, I look back and say, well, I could have done that, and that different. So I've never been 100% perfect on any scenario. But let's say, for instance, for communication purposes and illustration purposes, you are. You know as well as I do. Even if you are 100% right, did 100% everything right, what good does it do you to sit back, complain, cry, and just give up? You can't go nowhere. So what do? You persist past the pain. How do you persist? You've got to give yourself some small wins. The way you give yourself small wins is infuse what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, that I'm going to at least get this amount here. I know I can get this amount here. And then in this process, I'm mixing in some things that are like what I'm doing, that's not in contrast to it, that's not going to be taking me away from this. So if I'm working from home, I'm on the phone. If I'm working on the phone and I'm selling on the phone, I'm going to mix in some opportunities to get paid to talk. So I'm going to get some paid per talk time. Now, I know I'm not going to get paid much. I know they're not going to pay me much. But I'm going to mix that in with the opportunity to be able to sell and make some high commissions. And that way, day after day after day, I'm seeing some results. That's going to go into me not wanting to quit, not wanting to give up, not wanting to just throw in the towel because I shot a blank that day. And I'm telling you, that is the key to starting an entrepreneurial journey, to staying involved in an entrepreneurial journey. And that is the way anybody and everybody can overcome this overcoming cost of living, because if you are in a static income, there's no way to offset a dynamic cost of doing business and living. If my groceries, if my insurance, if my mortgage, if everything is a dynamic that just keeps going up, but my income is static, I am screwed. So the only way I can do that is I got to add a dynamic component to my income. How do I do that? Entrepreneurialism. That's the only way to do it. I cannot sit back and wait on the benevolence and the good fortunes and the goodwill of my employer, my company, my industry. They might love me to death, but there's things outside of their control. So what do I do?
Please, folks, I know you're tempted to, but do not panic. Terry and the TW3 broadcast will be back right after this extreme profitable timeout for our sponsors.
So if you're still cold calling or pestering your friends and family online, then please stop. Why you ask? Well, because you don't have to anymore, you dope. My friends at TerryWilson3.com have over 200 million leads. That's right. Over 220 million leads that are saying, please, mister, please sell me something. So the next time you need leads, have Terry's team get you a list of leads that actually want and could afford your products or service. Go to TerryWilson3.com/lead list now and get over 1,000 leads for less than $70. That is crazy. Over 1,000 leads for under $70, but you have to act. Go to TerryWilson3.com/lead list and get a list of leads that actually would want to buy your shake product.
Now, if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hit. Yeah. And not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
This is TW3.
You've got market, you can't grow but so much. What do? You have to add something else. You just can't stay there. Your income cannot stay static. If it does, no matter if you're an employee, employer, a business owner, wherever, you're constantly having to add some sort of dynamism, if you will, a dynamic component variable that says, I can now earn this, I can do this, I can do this. Because if you don't do that, it's rough waters. So you got to do that, and then it's going to help you mitigate the risk. It's going to help you keep a positive mindset. It's going to help you stay in it to win it. And how do you stay in it to win it? And I'll close with this. I'm a pretty independent person. I really am. Even though I'm extroverted, there's an introverted component to me that likes some time alone because I'm a creative type. I like to sit down at the piano. Oh, and by the way, thank you. A special shout out to Adam Shakes for allowing me to sit in and play keyboard and all that 70s and 80s rock and roll and what has been affectionately referred to as yacht rock. But I don't think Journey could be considered yacht rock. But I know the Ambrosia and the Steely Dan stuff we did and all that. But I had to learn about 30 songs I grew up listening to them on the radio and played a few of them, but most of them I've never played before. And it's the first time I've played out in 10 years. It was so fun. But that goes to my point here. You as a business owner out there, you as a self-employed person, let me tell you something. You need people around you. People need people. I don't care what I'm one of the most independent people you'll probably ever run across. Okay. But even something I'm learning myself, being around other people that are like-minded, same interest, same passions, it helps. It really does. Having people around you, a peer group, a network. At TW3, we have a mastermind. I'm telling you, it goes a long way. If you're out there and you run a retail shop, restaurant, store, you're an insurance guy, real estate guy, and you're not involved in some sort of support network, get involved. I've joined the Bowling Springs Business Association here about 8-9 months ago. I've joined some other groups. I'm in my mastermind. I'm getting to play out with a band now. I got to sit in with another rehearsal and potentially play again. And I'm learning something. As much as I like my alone time, as much as I like the freedom to come and go and do things that I want on my own and the creativity to sit down and write and all the stuff I enjoy doing, it's better when I've been around other people. Iron sharpens iron. And I think the lesson from COVID is, people are better when they're around other people. They get better. It doesn't mean it's always comfortable. Iron, sometimes friction, sometimes it's heat, but it makes you better. So definitely do that. So if you want to get involved, if you're a business owner out there and you're someone that, you're on this entrepreneurial journey, or maybe you just started, I cannot recommend a better group of people than here at TerryWilson3.com. We got entrepreneurs from all over the world, Australia, and unfortunately, we lost and many of you have heard me talk about him on different podcasts. Daniel's son, we used to call him Daniel, out in Okinawa. We found out through social media he had passed away. Don't know how, don't know any of the surrounding information, but our hearts and minds go out to Daniel and his family. But we've got, it is a family, and it hurts when we lose someone. We lost Tom from Chicago. We called him Tom from Chi-Town about 3 or 4 years ago. So these people you make relationships with, never met them before in person, potentially was going to meet them a couple times at our You Are Worth More conferences that we have here in Greenville, South Carolina. But because of COVID and some disruptions there, it never came to fruition. But I want to tell you, get involved. Get involved with a group of people. And if you don't have a group of people around you, our online community is tremendous. We have Zoom calls, live Zoom calls. We talk about what we're each doing in our business. We ask each other questions, sort of rub elbows and all of that. So it's really good. And if you've ever thought about, if you're out there, you're listening to this, and maybe you're that traditional employee that you enjoy your job. There's nothing wrong with, in developing some of these products, I went out and worked for some of these with my kids and stuff just to see what they were doing. It's the first time I've ever got involved with anything like that. It just wasn't my own thing. And that I saw immediately, I was telling Reagan, I said, I see the attraction to being able to just do a task, not have to worry about anything else, and just stay in this lane, and I do what I'm told to do, and I don't have to worry about anything else. Because I've never had that before. Everything I'm the problem solver. I'm the one that's carrying all the weight to make sure it gets done. I have pretty much 100% responsibility from the front door to the back door. Every opportunity. So that's just the mode I've always been in. And to be able to do something and say, hey, go over here, pick this up and drop it off here, and we're going to pay you this. And don't have to think about anything else. Didn't have to worry about getting that customer. Didn't have to worry about getting that vendor. Didn't have to worry about the transaction, the communication. I didn't have to do anything. I was like, holy cow, that was the easiest. No, it wasn't much money. I think it was like $12 the first time I did it. I was like, I can see why that is attractive, because it's just so non-worrisome. There's just no stress. The only problem is you just can't make no money doing that kind of work. And so that's what led me to this whole thing, is what are some other opportunities that we can design and build our products around so that people that need to make extra income can, and we can add it in a way that we can supplement it to where they're guaranteed an X amount. So we have, for you guys that are out there already in the space of doing gigs, ride shares and that kind of stuff, consider, joining our call center network where you can get our app, take calls, read scripts, make money. It's a great way that you're making money, and while you're making money, you can have the potential to make $750,000 to $18,000. And the stuff we sell, you make a good pop on it, and then you make a residual monthly, month after month income on it. And there's no getting involved with pills, thrills, lotions, or potions. You're literally selling things that people need, want, desire, and can't afford. So it's just, it's a great opportunity. And then you're not frustrated, you're not aggravated, irritated, you're not worried, you're not going to bed, oh my God. When you've talked to 4 people that day and nobody bought, oh my God, what? Because you're already doing something. That's the way to do this. That's the way to do that. You mitigate the risk, and then you can make the money you need to make, but have the upside. Because here's the thing: if you just stay doing that right, you're never going to grow, and so you can't go but so far if your income is so little. And if inflation just keeps creeping and creeping and creeping and creeping, eventually you went from eating Happy Meals down to just eating fries, and that's it. So you cannot stay in a static environment with your income. You've got to get something, and that's what these tools are about. If you want to book an appointment with me and talk, and let's sit down and talk about, what does it look like for you? What are you good at? What do you do? What do you want to do? What's your goals? How much do you want to earn? How much time do you have to put toward earning it? I'll put together a plan for you. Just go to terrywilson3.com, go to the chat bot and say, hey, let's talk. I heard you on episode 604. And if you go back and listen to episode 603, and we show you a way that you can get involved, and we're actually giving some leads away to get you started pretty darn quick. PDQ. All right. Talk to you guys.
So we hope you've got a lot out of the content today. Please take a few minutes to give us a 5-star positive review at terrywilson3.com/review. This helps us promote our content and continue to reach more and more people. Again, thanks for being part of the TW3 community here at terrywilson3.com. Please like and share our content, and we will see you soon.
Are you looking to launch or grow your business?
Want unlimited qualified buyers calling you?
Look no further than TW3, the online platform that provides everything you need to succeed. With TW3, you'll have access to the latest and most effective techniques to generate unlimited leads, and you can go from launching your business to scaling it with ease.
Our platform even offers highly lucrative products and business models for those just starting out.
Our focus is on helping you attract the right kind of leads and build a sustainable business. And with our team of experts and ongoing support, you'll have all the tools and training you need to continuously improve. TW3 is suitable for anyone who wants to launch or grow their business,
no matter your level of experience.
So why wait? Go now to terrywilson3.com.
That's terrywilson3.com.
The online platform for launching and scaling your business.
Start now.
Hey, looky, let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to cold call a list of people to generate more sales for your business? As you know, cold calling and marketing can be tough. It also can be very discouraging. And, well, some people you speak with are just not open to a conversation.
Hello, this is Welcome and Willie. What can I do for you today?
Yes. Hello, sir. How are you today? My name is Jeff, and I'm with terrywilson3.com. Do you have just a few minutes to talk about your effectiveness as a leader?
I'm sorry, but I'm entertaining some interns right now. I really need to get back to helping them, you know what I mean?
Then there are times where you go to the next call and find they have the time, but really, they just don't have the ability to make a decision.
And hello, sir. How are you today? I'm with terrywilson3.com, and we're offering folks today a free copy of our latest book. Do you have a few moments to discuss which book might suit you best?
First, I want to thank thank you for calling. I'm always ready to speak. That is why I'm committed to adding 30% more to the cost of your shoes to help with your salads.
Sir, I was talking about offering you some free books.
I agree. Let me let you talk to my partner here to get those blocks from you right now.
Hello, how can I help Joe?
Yes. I was just saying we are offering free books to folks in the area today, but it seems there's been some sort of mix-up.
Well, it's important to understand when mix-ups happen that we understand that what happened was in fact a mix-up. Without this understanding, it is possible that we could have a real mix-up.
Oh, man. Okay, you folks have a great day.
So avoid the crazy. Let the professionals here at terrywilson3.com do all of the calling for you. We will cold call a list of people for you at rates starting at $35. That way, when you are speaking to someone, you are speaking to a real potential buyer.
Yes, I was speaking to one of your reps and was told you guys did cold calling, so if I understand you correctly, you warm them up for me before I meet with them. Is that correct? I'd like that.
Attention business owners, entrepreneurs, and organizations. Are you looking to take your online presence to the next level? Look no further. For a limited time, Terry Wilson 3 is offering free high-end business websites to the first few lucky listeners who respond to this offer. These are not your average run-of-the-mill websites. Our websites are designed with SEO in mind, ensuring that your business stands out from the competition and generates leads like never before. Plus, each website comes equipped with an e-commerce shopping cart solution, making it easier than ever to sell your products online. But wait, there's more. For a nominal fee, you can add an AI chatbot to your website, providing your customers with instant support and increasing engagement. Don't miss out on this incredible offer. Visit terrywilson3.com/hosting now to claim your free website while supplies last. Act fast, as this offer won't be around forever. Transform your business and start generating leads today with a high-end website from Terry Wilson 3. That's terrywilson3.com/hosting.